Good morning, students. See, in the last class, we were discussing about depression in freezing point. That is, decrease in the freezing point of a liquid by dissolving a non-volatile solid in it is called as depression in the freezing point. Is it clear? And I have told that practically this depression in the freezing point is directly proportional to molarity of the solution. Based on that one, we had derived equation for the molar mass of solute and depression in freezing point measurement. Is it clear? And based on that one, we have solved two numerical examples. Is it clear? Now, let me come to the last point of discussion in this chapter, the fourth colligative property, that is osmotic pressure. See, before going to the discussion of this osmotic pressure, first let us see what is osmosis. What is osmosis? See, osmosis. Osmosis. The process of flow, or you may say movement, the process of flow of solvent molecules from the region of region of lower concentration to a region of higher concentration through a semi-permeable membrane is called as osmosis. See, is it clear? What is osmosis? The process of flow of solvent molecules from the region of lower concentration to higher concentration through semi-permeable membrane is called as osmosis. Is it right? See, here two solutions. They are separated by semi-permeable membrane. Two solutions are separated by semi-permeable membrane. Here you may look at the diagram. Here I have taken water, or you may take solution. See, if you consider it as a solution of concentration C1, and here in the thistle funnel, this is what we call it as a thistle funnel, and the mouth of this thistle funnel is tied by a semi-permeable membrane. We will come to know what is a semi-permeable membrane. Is it clear? See, the mouth of the semi-permeable. This thistle funnel is tied up with semi-permeable membrane, and in this thistle funnel we have taken sugar solution, or you may take salt solution, or you may take urea solution, any solution, solution of non-volatile solute in a given solvent. Is it right? And if its concentration is C2, if its concentration is C2, such that C2 is always greater than C1, such that C2 concentration of the solution taken in thistle funnel is more than concentration of the solution taken in water trough. Water trough. Is it right? And now, according to the definition of osmosis, what will happen? Here, water molecules start moving from this concentration, lower concentration, to higher concentration. So, when osmosis begins, when osmosis starts, what will happen? There is increase in the level of the solution in the stem of thistle funnel. This is what we call as stem. Either bulb, either mouth. Okay? The entire glass apparatus, that entire glass apparatus is called as thistle funnel. That is called as thistle funnel. THISTLE, thistle funnel. This cylindrical portion is that cylindrical portion is called as stem. Bulb that is bulb of the thistle funnel. As a opening, that is what we call as mouth. ಆ ಮೌತ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಮಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಯಬಲ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಏನಾಗೈತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಲೋವರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಹೈಯರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಕೈತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊದಲ thistle funnel ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಒಳಗ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಸ್ಮೋಸಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಕೈತಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಟ್ಟ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಕೈತಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ external pressure becomes equal to osmotic pressure. Next time ನಾವು actually discussion ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದದ್ದನ್ನ osmotic pressure ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಫೈನಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಫೈನಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಂದ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಆಸ್ಮೋಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಎರಡು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗ್ಯಾವ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಹೇಳ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ flow of solvent molecules from the region of lower concentration to a region of higher concentration through semi-permeable membrane is called as osmosis. That is called as osmosis. One mark question. What is osmosis? Define osmosis. Is it clear? Now, let us come to what is a semi-permeable membrane. What is a semi-permeable membrane? It is a membrane. It is a membrane which allows only solvent molecules to pass through it, but not solute particles. ಹೌದಾ? ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ತನ್ನ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಹಾದು ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಸಾಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತನ್ನ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಹಾದು ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಮಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಯಬಲ್. ಸೆಮಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾಫ್. ಸೆಮಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಯಬಲ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಯಾವುದು ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಟೊ ಸ್ಲೈಸ್ ತಗೋರಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಪಿಗ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಲಾಡರ್ ತಗೋರಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಪಾರ್ಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ತಗೋರಿ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಸೆಮಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಯಬಲ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ಸ್. ಸಿ ಸೆಮಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಯಬಲ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್, ಸೆಮಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಯಬಲ್ membrane. Semi-permeable membrane. A membrane which allows only solvent molecules to pass through it, but not solute particles. Solute particles is called as semi-permeable membrane. Permeable membrane. Is it clear? What is semi-permeable membrane? A membrane which allows only solvent molecules to pass through it, but not solute particles or solute molecules, is called as semi-permeable membrane. Now, what are the types of semi-permeable membranes? See, types of semi-permeable membrane. Mainly we are having two types. In the natural semi-permeable membrane, which is originated from plant origin or animal origin. Is it right? Another one is synthetic semi-permeable membrane or artificial semi-permeable membrane. One is natural semi-permeable membrane. Natural means which is naturally obtained either from the plant origin or from the animal origin. And another one is synthetic ಅಂದ್ರೆ synthesis ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ನಾವು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು synthetic or artificial semi-permeable membrane. Natural semi-permeable membrane ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ pig's bladder. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ synthetic semi-permeable membrane ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ a filter paper which is coated with potassium ferrocyanide. Right? Then here what we are going to have in the natural semi-permeable membrane, again you are having cellophane or parchment paper. See, ಈ cellophane ಅಥವಾ parchment paper ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋಡಿರಿ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that is a paper which is wrapped below the ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ this cup cake. ನೀವು ಈ ಬೇಕರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಪ್ ಕೇಕ್ ತಗೋತೀರಾ, ಆ ಕಪ್ ಕೇಕ್ ನ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಪೇಪರ್ ಇರ್ತೈತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, that paper itself is semi-permeable membrane. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ parchment paper ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. That parchment paper is a semi-permeable membrane. Is it clear? Now let me come to the discussion of what is osmotic pressure. Here I have told ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಥಿಸಲ್ ಫನೆಲ್ ಒಳಗ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫೈನಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಸ್ಮೋಸಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಕತಿ, ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಸ್ಮೋಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿ osmotic pressure. See here, osmotic pressure. The external pressure applied on the solution of higher concentration just to stop or to prevent the osmosis, to stop the osmosis is called as osmotic pressure. Is called as osmotic pressure. Is it clear? So, what is osmotic pressure? The external pressure applied on the solution of higher concentration, just to stop the osmosis, is called as osmotic pressure. And see, practically this osmotic pressure phi is directly proportional to concentration at a given temperature, because pressure depends upon what? Temperature. So therefore you may write that is phi is equal to R into Ct. R is proportionality constant. Here it is called as solution constant, and its value is the same as that of gas constant. 8.314 joules per Kelvin per mole. And temperature is the in Kelvin. This C is molar concentration. So where phi is osmotic pressure, is it right? Then R is solution constant. R is equal to 8.314 joules per Kelvin per mole. It is called as solution constant. Ali gas constant ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ solution constant. Is it right? And what is C? C is molar concentration of the solution. T is temperature in Kelvin. Is it clear? See, suppose if you substitute for the molar concentration, number of moles per unit volume of the solution, then you will be arriving at the equation for the molar mass of solute and osmotic pressure measurement. How to calculate molar mass of a solute? By the osmotic pressure measurement. Is it clear? See. Now, what I have to do? We have to relate osmotic pressure and molar mass of the solute. Is it clear? See. Here, phi is equal to, you may write R into T into N by V. What is this N by V? Number of moles of solute in unit volume of solution. P is volume of the solution. N is number of moles. Is it right? Or you may write this as RT divided by V into N, number of moles. That is WV, mass in grams of solute, divided by molar mass of the solute. So therefore, you may calculate molar mass of the solute as RT into WV divided by pi T at a given temperature. by dissolving a known mass of solute in a known volume of solution. What we can do? We can measure what is the osmotic pressure. And by measuring the osmotic pressure, what you can do? You can calculate what is molar mass of the solute. Is it clear? See, now, next is isotonic solutions. Isotonic solutions. Isotonic solutions. See, you should be very particular. Isotonic solutions. Iso means same. Tonic means here pressure. So what kind of pressure? It is osmotic pressure. It is osmotic pressure. So therefore, two solutions having the same osmotic pressure at a given temperature. Two solutions having same osmotic pressure at a given temperature is they are called as isotonic solutions. See, two solutions having same osmotic pressure at a given temperature are called as isotonic solutions. Is it clear? So therefore if phi 1 and phi 2 are the osmotic pressures of two solutions at temperature T, then if they are isotonic, what will happen? Phi 1 will become equal to phi 2. Phi 1 is become equal to phi 2. So therefore, substitute this value. Phi is equal to RCT. So here phi 1 is the RC1T because temperature is same. So therefore, this is equal to RC2T. Right? We are measuring the osmotic pressures of the two solutions of concentration C1 and concentration C2 at temperature T. So what will happen? If they are isotonic, their osmotic pressures are equal. So if the osmotic pressures are equal, so you will get R into T cancel out. What will happen? C1 will become equal to C2. If the molar concentrations of the two solutions are equal, two different solutions, one urea toturi, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು glucose toturi, one urea toturi, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು sucrose toturi, whatever it may be. If the concentrations of the two solutions, molar concentrations of the two solutions are equal, then what will happen? Then their osmotic pressures are equal at a given temperature. Such solutions are called as isotonic solutions. Is it clear? Now let me come to hypertonic solution and hypotonic solution. Hypertonic and hypotonic solutions. See, hypertonic and hypotonic solutions. Here, first one, hypertonic solution. hypertonic solution. Hyper means more, higher, greater. Is it right? See, hypertonic solution. A solution having more osmotic pressure, higher osmotic pressure than any other solution. Is called as hypertonic solution. A solution having higher osmotic pressure than any other solution is called as hypertonic solution. Example ಕೊಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ see ಇಲ್ಲಿ example ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you may take it. I will tell it very slowly. Blood plasma, please take it. Blood plasma is isotonic with 0.9% W by V. 0.9% W by V. That is mass by volume. W by weight, mass by volume. 0.9% W by V NaCl solution, sodium chloride solution, which is called as normal saline. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಬಹಳ ಆರಾಮ್ ತಪ್ಪು ವೀಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಊಟ ಹೋಗುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ನೀವು ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಹೋದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಲೈನ್ ಹಚ್ತಾರ. ಸಲೈನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಅಜ್ಜಾಕ್ ಇದ್ರ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ ಮನ್ಯಾಗ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಾಗ ಶಿಸ್ತು ಉಪ್ಪು ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಕುಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ತೈತಲ್ರಿ ಅಂತಾರ. ಅವತ್ತು ನೀವು ಹಂಗ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಸಲೈನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ 0.9% W by V sodium chloride solution. That is isotonic with blood plasma. ನಮ್ದು ಏನು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಒಳಗ ಏನೊಂದು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಲ್ರಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದರದು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್, ಮೋಲಾರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ 0.9% ಇದರದು. ಸೊ ಅದರದ್ದು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಎರಡು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐಸೋಟೋನಿಕ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು IV ಇಂಟರ್ವೇನಸ್ ಅದ ನರ್ವ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಆ ಸಲೈನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಒಳಗ ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ example for isotonic solution. I will repeat it once again. Blood plasma is isotonic with 0.9% W by V sodium chloride solution. ಈ 0.9% W by V sodium chloride ಏನಂತ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಸಲೈನ್. SALINE. Is it right? Now coming to hypertonic solution. See example. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ hypertonic solution ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? any solution is a solution having higher osmotic pressure than any other solution. Blood plasma is isotonic with hypertonic with sodium chloride solution, NaCl solution, sodium chloride solution of concentration less less than 0.09% W by V. ನೋಡಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ನೀವು ಹೌದಾ ಅದರ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರದ್ದು ಮಾಡಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಐತಿ? ಸಲೈನ್ ಹೌದಾ. ಸಿ 0.9% ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅದರ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮೋಲಾರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಎರಡು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗ್ತವ. ಎರಡರದ್ದು ಆಸ್ಮೋಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ನಾವು ಐಸೋಟೋನಿಕ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ 0.9% ಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ತಗೋತೀರಿ, if the concentration of the sodium chloride solution is less than 0.9%, then blood plasma will become hypertonic with respect to that. Is it right? See, another one, hypotonic solution. Hypotonic solution. Hypotonic solution. See, what is hypotonic solution? A solution having lower osmotic pressure than any other solution is called as hypotonic solution. Hypotonic solution is called as hypotonic solution. See, example for this one. Just now we have taken blood plasma is hypertonic with sodium chloride solution of concentration less than 0.9% W by V. ಈಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ, if the concentration of sodium chloride is more than 0.9% W by V, then with respect to that one blood plasma will become hypotonic. So therefore example is blood plasma is hypotonic with a solution of sodium chloride of concentration more than 0.9% W by V. Is it clear? Blood plasma is hypotonic with a solution of sodium chloride of concentration more than 0.9% W by V. So you very have example like ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರೀತಿ ನಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಇದೇನಲ್ಲ sodium chloride solution of concentration less than 0.9% W by V is hypotonic. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೀವು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಇದೇನಂತಿಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೈಪರ್ಟೋನಿಕ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇದೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ದಾಗ ಹೈಪೋಟೋನಿಕ್ ಯಾವಾಗೈತಿ? sodium chloride solution of concentration less than 0.9% W by V is hypotonic with blood plasma. Blood plasma hypertonic ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಹೈಪೋಟೋನಿಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೆಯಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಹೈಪೋಟೋನಿಕ್ ಯಾವ್ದಿದೀವಿ? ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇದೆ? with respect to what? with respect to sodium chloride solution of more than 0.9% W by V. ಹೌದಾ? So this solution now will be hypertonic with respect to what? Blood plasma. ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಸೊ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋಲಾರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಆಸ್ಮಾಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that will be isotonic. Isotonic. Is it clear? Now the last one. Now the last one. That is reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Where it is used or where it is applied. Is it clear? See. RO ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋಡಿ RO ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗೈತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಈಗ ಮನೆಯೊಳಗ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಮನೆಯೊಳಗೂ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಆ ವಾಟರ್ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ನ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ಮೋಸಿಸ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ RO ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. Okay? So then what is reverse osmosis? What is reverse osmosis? The last point of discussion in this chapter complete ಆಗಿದೆ. Reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis. RO. See what it is. The process of flow solvent molecules from the region REGION ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ from the region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration by applying pressure, by applying an external pressure greater than osmotic pressure on the solution of higher concentration on the solution of higher concentration through semi-permeable membrane is called as reverse osmosis. See, osmosis of the flow of solvent molecules from the region of lower concentration to higher concentration. Is it clear? Reverse osmosis ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ now you have to reverse the process. Flow of solvent molecules from the region of higher concentration to lower concentration by applying what? By applying an external pressure greater than osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure ಗಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಹೌದಾ? ಯಾವ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಆ ಹೈಯರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಲೋವರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕಡೆ ಏನಕ್ಕವ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೀಸ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವ ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ಮೋಸಿಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ desalination or purification of sea water. Application where RO is used, reverse osmosis RO is used for the desalination it. Removal of minerals, desalination, removal of salts from sea water, desalination of sea water. ಸಮುದ್ರದ ನೀರು ಉಪ್ಪಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಅದರಾಗಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಪ್ಪು ಹೊರತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ so it becomes a potable drinkable ಹೌದಾ sea water to get drinking water or potable water drinking water. Is it clear? This completes the discussion of solution chapter. So we will have an overview of the chapter what we have studied. First, what is solution? Types of solutions based on number of components, binary solution, ternary solution, quaternary solution, and classification of solution based on the physical state of solvent, liquid solution, solid solution, gaseous solution, methods to express the concentrations of solutions, molarity, mole fraction. Now, solubility of solid in liquid solution, factors affecting the solubility of solid in liquid, then solubility of gas in liquid, factors affecting the solubility of gas in liquid, Henry's law, is it right? Applications of Henry's law, then vapor pressure of solvent or liquid solution, Raoult's law for the vapor pressure of binary liquid solution, then when does this Raoult's law reduces to Henry's law, then thereafter vapor pressure of solution containing solid in liquid. Is it clear? There also we have come across Raoult's law for solid in liquid solution. Then thereafter ideal and non-ideal solutions, types of non-ideal solutions, examples for non-ideal solutions, azeotropic mixtures, types of azeotropic mixtures, minimum boiling ಮತ್ತು maximum boiling azeotropic mixtures. Then thereafter we had studied colligative properties. What are the colligative properties and which are colligative properties? What are colligative properties? Andre you are going to write the definition. Which are the colligative properties? Andre you are going to give the types of colligative properties: relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation in boiling point, depression in freezing point, osmotic pressure. And there what is relative lowering of vapor pressure, what is its relationship with molar mass of the solute, what is elevation in boiling point, what is depression in freezing point, and lastly osmotic pressure. In this so osmosis andre ena, osmotic pressure andre ena, isotonic solutions andre ena, hypertonic solution andre ena, hypotonic solution andre ena, all these you are supposed to study. Is it clear? Lastly, reverse osmosis and its application. Is it clear? This completes the chapter, and by tomorrow you will have the important questions assignment on this chapter. Thank you. So in the next class we will start with new chapter, that is haloalkanes and haloarenes, organic chapter. Is it clear? Thank you.